action. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment. I always tell you this. Tell a friend who's going to tell another friend who just so happens to be a good hold-up. We have a very special guest, and I thought it was necessary to have this lady because she puts the boom and boom, bitch, we got action. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Tammy Fontaine.
It's Fontaine.
Fontaine, ooh, Tammy Fontaine. Oh, she was spicy now.
Hey everyone.
Yes, ma'am, you smell rich.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you look great.
I am rich. That's why I have all the haters.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. First and foremost, thank you for even letting me set up in the location of Miss Skin Girl. One of your multiple locations, though, because you have another location in what part of Mississippi?
Macomb, Mississippi.
Yes, in Brigham Macomb, that little ay. What really got you into doing skincare? You have beautiful skin, of course.
I said I was going to tell nothing but the truth in this interview.
That's right.
And the reason why, it wasn't just skincare, it was the beauty industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose the beauty industry because I thought it was going to be the easiest thing. And when I say the easiest thing, it's because after I had my child, well, before I had my child,
Right.
I was one of those, a naughty girl. Sell drugs, sell women, do fraud, and all of that. Remember, I'm coming from the 90s when money was popping all the time.
Right.
But then when I had my son, I said, what's going to happen when he goes to school and they say to him, oh, what do your parents do for a living? So I thought, okay, quickly go and get certified in something just so he can say this. So I signed up for, we call it beauty school in London, and I absolutely loved it.
See?
I absolutely loved it. So I just carried on, ran with it, and cleaned up my life.
Hello, Shondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it well too.
Thank you.
Because that was, oh gosh, how many years ago?
Maya.
It was Black History Month, girl.
It was a long time ago. I'm going to be 52 in June, so it was a long time ago.
But
My son is about to be 27 in July.
Saying that you're going to be 52 in June and giving us this, I mean, that's nothing to be ashamed of. You're rocking it, and you're rocking it well.
Definitely not.
You don't think?
No. It's definitely not to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I could have a t-shirt saying that I'm in my 50s, bitch, because these youngsters keep on thinking they can just But it's because they don't know. They think me and them the same size.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that I am like a generation or even a generation and a half older than them. So they're not giving me the respect that I demand and deserve.
Well, my personal opinion is because what you're giving us is not what we saw as 50 in the day. You're not inside knitting a sweater. You're outside being a businesswoman, looking good, looking shabby. So when someone looks at you, I'm like, oh, she's 50? Yeah, she's 50, honey. Well, over 50.
That only pertains to America.
Oh, they're not like that overseas?
No.
Oh, we need to step our game up, America.
I want to say something kind of on that.
The floor is
So, my hubby is 14 years younger than me.
Oh.
14 years younger than me. And 2 times over we're in our 8th year now. 2 times over the past few years, somebody said to me, when they found out the age difference, somebody said to me, but are you not attracted to men your own age? And the only answer I can say to that is, outside of America, yes, I'm attracted to men my own age because they look like me.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America, men my age, their bellies are here, they're bent down, or they've got a walker, or they've got the disabled badge in their car, or you see them in the mornings when we're going to work, they're there on the corner with a can of whatever they're drinking in the brown bag. So
A 40. A beer.
a who?
40 ounce beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what 40 means.
40
the
ounce beer.
ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ask me how I know.
So, how'd you know?
I know this older man, and that's a story for another time.
Is that for when I interview you?
Oh, absolutely. You know,
Okay.
the floor will be all
Let's
right.
Let's get these drinks going. Ask me some questions while I open
Okay.
this, because I'm getting warmed up. And
Please.
I just want people to get to know me,
Yeah, get to know Tammy.
make their decisions on me from their own self rather than because, oh, my friend don't fuck with her, so I don't fuck with her.
Absolutely. You
Because
know.
that's just so benign to me. It's like, you're blocking your blessings, bitch.
I remember my first, I don't know if you remember this, but my
Very
first
well.
time meeting you. Where were we at?
Facebook.
No, that was not our first time meeting. That was just when you cussed me out. I'm talking about the first time. I'm talking about
I did not cuss you out. I defended myself and my son.
Oh, girl.
But we'll go back to that later.
We will. Our first time meeting, we was at,
A wedding.
that was not where we was at.
That was the first time I met you.
That was not the first time meeting me, Tammy.
When did I meet you?
See, that's, as beautiful as you are, that's when that age kick in. Our first
I
time,
haven't eaten my walnuts today.
our first time meeting, we were in Ponchatoula at J. Rucker's. And you had this leopard print dress on. You had some very curly hair in a bun. It was you and your husband, Broderick, right?
Bredrick.
Bredrick. I'm just messing up everybody's name today.
Yes, she is.
You and Bredrick. We were at J. Rucker's. We went to Shamika's video movie premiere.
We
And
spoke that day, didn't we?
That's our first
We had
time.
a beautiful time meeting each other.
Hello, somebody. That's our first time meeting.
Well,
And
that would
you
just
ga-
show you that I don't judge people for whatever people think I'm judging them
Let
for.
me tell you something. You gave me a card and you was like, "Come see me, beautiful, and get your coochie waxed."
Yes.
And-
I remember. How
and-
come this is the only time you've ever told me about? You reminded me about.
Because we're on Boom Bitch, we got action. So that's it was. I thought it was appropriate to bring up our first encounter. Yes, ma'am. And we hugged. You said I smell good. I said you look good. So
I remember.
yes, ma'am. That was our first time meeting.
Oh
That was
my
before I
gosh.
got cussed out. But when I met you, I was like, wow, her presence was so. You come off powerful, but not intimidating, and I say that with the most respect
like that.
possible. Yeah, because you come off like, wow, she got herself together, but she doesn't come off like, oh, I can't speak to you because I'm up here, you're down here. You just approached me as a normal old gal. We hugged, kissed, and that was it. And you were promoting your business, passing out your card. I said, yes, ma'am, I want to be like her. Because that just screams success. That just screams, And to go against what the popular opinion is, it's the opposite of what people have painted you as. Because like I said, this is our first time meeting. We knew nothing about one another. You introduce yourself. You didn't come off like, oh, you should know who I am. Because everybody else knew you. Because I was like, who is that? Oh, that's Tammy from Skin Girl. Everyone knew you, but you didn't come off like I'm supposed to know who you are. You just like, hey, I'm Tammy, blah, blah, blah. I own the business. I believe this is before you got this shop. Right here, right? Because you were somewhere else?
No, I had the shop then. Oh, I had the other location.
Yeah,
I
this is
think
before you
you
got
mean,
this location. Yes.
I upgraded.
Yes, as one should as time progresses. Yes, ma'am. And I was like, wow, I gotta get like that, just walk around. 'Cause who doesn't want to be powerful without the bitchy attitude? That's only when you get drunk, I feel.
When it comes to that word power,
Ooh.
power in the wrong hands can be very destructive.
Yes, it can.
But one thing I learned from one of my mentors, and when I say mentors, you can have mentors that you'll never meet ever. And that's a quote from Stormy Wellington. You can have mentors that you'll never meet. And one of my main mentors is Miles Monroe. He's dead now. They killed him. But it's Miles Monroe. And he said every human being wants power.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to decide what kind of person you're going to be when you have that power.
Right.
I'm not going to go into it too much, but on Facebook the other day there was a conversation about Hitler, and I'm in the group that agrees that Hitler was a genius.
Mm-hmm.
But people who don't read, or people who only follow what they hear instead of doing their own research, how could you say he's a genius? He's a genius. Hitler is a genius, but he decided to use his genius on the dark side.
Right.
Can you imagine what he would have been able to do for humanity had he used his genius for the good? Just because he used his genius for the bad, it doesn't make him
Less
a
than a genius.
non-genius person.
Power off.
Well, the power's off, but the light's still on.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Tammy, I have to ask you. This is kind of like, not so serious, but just a curious question. Do you ever be waxing your husband?
My man's a man.
He doesn't do the wax.
He won't even let me get him near with the stick to even get someone to practice them.
You know what I personally feel? Because he's probably scared of the pain. Cause
Of course.
See,
I said my man's a man.
that's what I say. That's what I said. I said, we can't handle that pain.
I said my man's a man. Men don't like pain.
And that's not a pain, that's a pain.
Look how men behave when. Okay, last week I was so ill. I had a chest infection.
Mhm.
I worked like continually. And on the Sunday, I said, you know what, I've got to cancel my appointments. I need this day's rest.
Right.
And I was really expecting my man to come home from work and got a cup of tea, babe. And no, he sat down doing his music and watched me still slave away in the house all day. When it got to about 9:30 at night and I finally finished everything I was supposed to do, then I got in my feelings. And he didn't understand what's the matter, babe? Don't worry about it.
No, right.
Babe, and just went. Because in my mind I'm thinking, you just watched me sick do everything I'm supposed to do. So 2 days ago, no, it was last night, Frederick said to me, I'm not feeling too good, babes. I just went.
See that?
But usually I would have been like, go and lay down, babe, I got this, I got that. But it's like, no. I need to be appreciated
Oh,
now.
they can ditch it, but they can't take it.
Yeah. So I'm in the area of my life where I want to be appreciated because
And
I
you
do want to
should.
give a lot.
You should. And I feel, because we have to incorporate social media in these things, because we're in 2023, everything's on social
It's
media.
a part of life. People want to deny and say it's only social media, but social media
Social media is a part of
everything.
Everything.
I agree.
I feel whether people want to agree with your views on stuff or not, no one can deny that you're not successful and you're not a genius. Because as I stated before, I believe I said, I don't know if I said it in your intro, but you're not just Tammy with the Skin Girl Spa in Hammond, you have multiple shops. So to me, that should automatically tell someone, wow, whatever she's doing it right. And do you have any intentions on going even further?
I was going to keep this a secret. Well, I actually did do a little competition.
You don't have to say the exact location, just,
Houston.
Oh, well. Texas.
Houston, but actually no, I just come back from Jamaica. I went to go and see my auntie and uncle in Jamaica. I just needed to get those few days away from the American mentality, and I needed to be at the feet of two people who I respect the most in the whole world and who are very, very, very successful.
Right.
And when I left here to go there, I was in that
mental drain.
When I came back, I was like,
refreshed.
These bitches, fuck these hoes. I'm still gonna continue what I'm doing, whether they like me or not, and whether they tell lies about me or not. What the past couple of years, what I'm not happy about is I fed into their negativity. I was batting the ball back all the time, because a lot of people don't realize I'm from the fucking streets.
Okay.
I'm from the most notorious hood in the UK. It's called Tiger Bay /Buttown /the Docks. Don't ask me why it's got 3 names because it's too long to describe here, but I'm from the most notorious hood in the UK.
Okay.
But different from America, people who are brought up in the hood in the UK or anywhere else in the world, we don't have to behave like we're from the hood. As long as you know you've got that DNA that you can survive anywhere, you're not afraid of nothing, you've seen everything that most children are not supposed to see. You don't have to go around, or as a female, you just don't have to. As long as I know I can look after myself. I'm not afraid of nothing.
Right.
And I'm not talking about street brawling. I'm genuinely not afraid of nothing. And when you're afraid of nothing, nothing can stop you.
Hello.
Nothing. And the best thing is, I'm not afraid of death.
That's right.
When you're not afraid of death, then the world is yours.
And you can conquer
Mm.
it. Yes, ma'am.
I intend to.
Yes, as you should. As you should.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Skin Girl. I do want to know, what is your personal favorites to do? Like, are you more, well, I know you personally don't do the massage. I should reword that question. What is your favorite to receive? Do you enjoy
to receive?
Yes. Do you enjoy the waxing or do you enjoy more of the massage?
I hate being waxed.
Oh, no. You can't possibly
I know you're going to be shocked. And I tell all my clients who are having a hard time when I'm waxing them, I tell them, if any of you are watching this, you can testify this and give my girl a like and a share and a subscribe. I always say, believe it or not, my love, I'm worse than you on this table. I got nothing. So I feel everything. I hate having a Brazilian, but it's the best thing ever.
Oh,
But a service that I love to have would either be a facial or a massage.
okay.
Yeah,
It's a tie.
yeah.
What is the most, what's the hottest thing they get when it comes to Skin Girl?
What's the what?
Like the most popular things that people get when they come here.
Oh, Brazilian wax.
Okay, so that's fine for
Yeah.
Brazilian wax. Ooh. What's
Why would you not think it'd be?
I just-
We're in Hammond. Why would you not think it would be a Brazilian wax?
Girl, I don't
And this is where I get my rudeness is gonna come through.
Let it come, baby.
People down here have been fucking and sucking since they're 12. Of course, the Brazilian wax is gonna be the most popular thing.
12.
You know I'm not lying.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, 12. That's after 11 and before 13.
Okay.
No, I do want to kind of poke you right quick, because you've been trying to tell me to get a Brazilian wax, and you hate getting Brazilian wax.
But no,
And I told you the same. I said, well, Tammy, I'm scared because it's going to hurt.
this is what happens when people don't listen.
Okay.
I said it's the worst service to get,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the best one to get.
Well, you can't like numb me or something. You have numbing cream like at a tattoo shop.
I'm in and out in 10 minutes. Just
10 minutes. That's not what I'm asking. Do you have numbing cream?
you can buy numbing cream, but it's not worth it. I always say to people, just take a shot of whiskey.
Oh, girl, I mean.
People say, oh, I took a Tylenol, but what's the point in taking
What's the
a Tylenol?
No, I'm saying, what's the point of taking the Tylenol?
Exactly, especially as you're walking in the door. Doesn't it take a time before it goes
You
through
have to
your-
take that before you
Yeah.
get in the parking lot. That's what I would think.
I don't know. I just lay there and just go and get it done.
See, that's what I mean. Do you get male clients?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, I do a lot every week.
The Brazilians?
Some of them get the full body. And now because the weather's changing again, getting nicer, I'm doing a lot of full bodies on men. We do a lot of back waxes, chest waxes, a lot of manzilians. A lot of them have their brows done. Some of them get the legs. And remember when near, excuse me, my manners, when near the school, Southeastern,
Okay.
so there's a lot of sporting programs.
Okay.
So it's called aerodynamics. If you get rid of the hair, you're more speedier.
See, okay. I probably should have misjudged because I said, well, we in here, we didn't have a lot of male customers. But, you know, that's my mistake. Okay. And how do they take it? Like, the pain-wise?
Well, they put on a lot of bravado. You know when somebody is like, what the fuck have I done? But they lay there and they just say nothing. When somebody's saying nothing, you know they're feeling it.
I'm crying. Yeah, I'm crying.
But I get clients who just lay there and we just talk all the way through and literally they say, oh, we done?
That's what I'm rough helpers. They rough. See, I'm tender. Ooh, I'm tender.
It's worth it
I'm so
though.
tender. Can I have another shot? I don't want you to feel like alcoholic.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you gave me enough.
This is, well, they got all that, eat that fruit.
I gotta eat the fruit at the end. I gotta let the liquor soak up in there. See, that's what we do out here in Louisiana.
In this village.
And it's
So you're getting less alcohol because you've got more fruit in there. That's
but
why.
guess what? I might be receiving it now, but
Put that on your side.
That fruit, thank you. That fruit is marinating in them juices. I know what I'm doing, Miss Girl. That fruit marinating. That's for later on. So correct me if I'm wrong. Either last year or the year before that, when did you incorporate the infamous no bonnet policy? Well, I know the policy's been there, but when did you have the sign? Because the sign blew up, was it last year or the year before
Let
that?
me tell you about that.
Yeah.
So, as you said correctly, it blew up again last year, May, in 2022.
Okay.
I had that sign up on my door in my very first location 2 weeks after I opened.
So it's been
2019.
Okay.
2019. And when it blew up again in May, everyone was saying, she don't like black people, who she thinks she is, it's only a bonnet. You saw everything, it was just so much.
Yeah.
But going back to what I said earlier on about, I know I'm from the hood, but I don't have to behave ratchet. I don't have to behave like I don't give a fuck about myself. I don't have to behave like, oh, okay. Oh, today, when I went to go and get the fruit and cheese, and I kid you not, I was disgusted. It must have shone on my face because everybody was looking behind them and what I was looking at. And I was in my truck, so people were actually feeling my energy.
Yeah.
There was a mother and her son, and I hope you're watching, 'cause I want to shame you. A mother and her son with dressing gowns on, you know, like the fluffy dressing gowns. She had a hair bonnet on. I can't say that she had pajamas on. The child had his pajamas on. And they're walking out of Albertsons with their couple of bags of shopping. The fuck? But then black people want to say, you got to respect us. There was nothing to be respected with that. You see how I'm getting heated? That's how much it means to me.
What is
Because-
the thing I wanted out? So come
Because
on.
the two, what's going to happen is, and this is why the girls are getting away with being so ratchet, is because you're now teaching your son, because you know, you want your child to pick a woman like you. So you're teaching your child that that's his measuring stick, his mother, who goes to supermarkets.
Can I piggyback and say one thing?
You can say what you like, I need to calm my ass down because I'm getting heated.
I feel when I agree with everything you just said. I feel when the parent is teaching their child that, let's just use their son, for example, that this is okay for a woman to behave, then it's difficult for someone to actually care for themselves and care for their appearance, because then they're labeled, oh, they're bougie, or they think they're better than someone.
So fucking what?
No, this is what I'm saying. It's a shame that because someone cares and appreciate the appearance and want to look presentable, that they're labeled, oh, they think they're better than someone. No, it's just, I'm going out in public. We're all, me, you, people watching this, we're all a brand of ourselves. We're constantly promoting ourselves. So
Absolutely.
when I walk out, I don't want you to see me in no bonnet and a nightgown, because it's gonna say, okay, maybe this person's not feeling the best about themselves. Because I was reading comments when it blew up, and I'd seen some people saying, well, what about when if you're dealing with depression and all that kind of stuff, and you responded and you said, well, maybe you wouldn't have felt so depressed
If you would have got dressed.
That comment in particular struck so many people's nerves.
But what? No, it didn't. Let me tell you.
No, listen.
I have to interrupt you. It did not strike any nerves. I could have said the sky was fucking blue on that day, and it would have struck their nerves. Because if we're completely honest with ourselves, as soon as we call up one of our friends, don't worry about that. Call one of our friends, or go to one of our friends' houses, and they're in darkness. The curtains are drawn, and they're depressed, and they're, oh, I don't feel like it. What's the first thing we say to them?
Get dressed and look like something.
Thank you.
But this is what I'm saying, Tammy. As someone who deals with depression is something that I deal with part-time as full-time. And I'm not an advocate for anyone, but I will say this. People just wanted to be mad that day because they felt personally attacked, because a lot of them people, and there's no shade, who go out in public with bonnets.
In the South, I've lived in Los Angeles, and I've lived in New York, and I've lived in Pennsylvania, and never one time see a black woman with a bonnet on outside.
Girl, down here the white ones wear bonnets, but we're gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, well, that's another day.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. But like I said, as someone who does, and I have severe depression, like it gets deep. I can honestly say when I dress up and look better, it's not gonna cure my depression, but it does help me feel better about myself. It's like, okay, girl, you're looking good. Let's go take this world by storm. So I can get what you were saying. If you get up and get dressed, maybe you'll look like something. And why do you feel that made so many people offended by just saying you need to wear a bonnet?
Because they're keyboard warriors. That was the best thing that happened to them that day. But let me tell you what would have been the best thing for them to happen to Tangier Beholds that day. That same day that they was all coming for me, do you know you could have had your first black judge in Tangier Behold? And the reason why she lost was because these hoes didn't go and fucking vote for her.
So they weren't voting, they was on Facebook.
Exactly. Bringing down a black woman who owns a black business, but every other meme on their fucking page is support black business, help a sister out, love each other. So I don't fall into that bullshit. You can't put me in no fucking category of nothing, because I do Tammy all the time.
That's right.
I don't do all that, let me put a good meme up today while I'm sister with my best friend about people. I don't do that bullshit. If I have something to say to you, you're going to hear it.
As I should.
If I'm going to have something to say about you, you're going to hear it. So if you hear it from somebody else before you hear it from me, then you've got to come and question me and say, is this true? You don't go on a fucking campaign and assume that it's fucking true, because then you've got to ask, well, why did this person say that to me? And then you'll probably find out that it's cussed that bitch out. That's why she's trying to gather her troops to come for Tammy. But, no, you ain't come for Tammy. I've heard rumors, but you all know where my shop is. I don't hide.
One of the shops.
Macomb, Mississippi, 103 North Broadway. I'm still here. It's all...
Can I ask you, out of curiosity, because I slightly grew up in Macomb, is there a difference in the clientele in Hammond and the clientele in Macomb? My forehead.
And I have a brilliant answer for that.
Tell us.
When I first opened my first location, which was by the party store next to Lily's Nails,
Mm-hmm.
Hammond wasn't fucking with me at all.
What do you mean by that statement?
90% of my clients were from Macomb.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why, because I asked a lot of them. 90% of my clients were from Macomb. They were driving from Macomb to come and see me every single month. And they were telling their friends, they were telling their friends, they were telling their friends. I owe Hammond nothing for putting me on the map. I owe it all to Macomb. And I'm not saying that to be bitchy or anything else, because I'm just a fucking realist. Hammond was not fucking with me at all. I said to, this is going to answer your question as well.
Yeah,
I said to a few of the ladies,
I'm enjoying my drink.
why'd you come all the way down to Hammond to get your wax? Because I'm not, at this time, I'm not knowing the demographics. At the time, I didn't know that the wax, at the time, I didn't know how country Macomb was, so it's not openly available. And the reason I was getting all the time was because I don't want some Jano looking at my coochie.
Wait, what?
I don't want somebody that I know looking at my coochie.
Oh.
Which to me translates to people who are messy down here, people are messy up there.
Mm-hmm.
So had I lived in Macomb and opened up here, I think it would have been the complete opposite. It would have been the same thing, but in the opposite way. People in the South are the same. Small minds. Will cheer for you in your inbox, but say nothing in public. So I still can't respect that either. Do you know I actually even had, remember when Trump first went for president, and I had in my front yard my sign, Trump 2020, and I was proud, I'm a black conservative. I'm truly a black conservative.
Right.
And every time I got home from work, somebody driven onto my yard and driven over the sign. And I just thought it was hilarious. Because, you know, if you're a bad gal or a bad man, you do that when the person's home, you know?
That's exactly what you do. So you know, so they can know that you
Okay. But then, I posted a picture on my business page with me in a tracksuit with my 2020 sign. And I literally had clients come and say to me, oh, my friend told me to come and see you anymore because you support Trump. I'm like, okay. And then I have people, oh, I'm not going to see you anymore, Miss Tammy, because I can't believe those are your thoughts. Yeah, they're my fucking thoughts. My thoughts and my views. I can't have them.
It always kills me when people try to bring politics into something they don't even vote. I always just like, okay.
But they don't even know what's going on in politics. They just go by memes.
They go by what's popular, what's trending.
Exactly, exactly. Well, bitches, I'm trending all the time. Support me.
Oh, wow.
A client came in the other day, Crystal was waxing a client. Crystal came out, she went, oh my God, Tammy, my client just told me that you're trending again on Snapchat. I said, people still doing Snapchat?
How do you even trend on Snapchat?
I don't know, I don't do those things.
Girl. Okay, why didn't
But they were saying, the reason why they don't like Skin Girl or multiple, they don't like Tammy, because I don't hire people who have kids.
You don't do what?
I don't hire people who have kids. Well, if that was true, I would be a lot further on than I am now, because I do hire people with kids. And to be honest, when I do hire people with kids, it causes nothing but fucking problems. But I do hire people with kids because I'm a woman myself, with a child.
You know, you have so many arrows thrown towards you. I just want to say that.
All the time.
Like, if I didn't have some type of knowledge of you personally, I would have just thought you were just a horrible person. I just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And something I do want to point out. When I was reading the comments, because I'm one of those girls who read all the comments.
Me too.
Excuse me, manners. I read all the comments, and the bonnet, speaking about the bonnet topic. The comments weren't really necessarily attacking your personal views on how you want your establishment to be. When you walk, you want to feel, like I'm here, you don't want to see people walking out looking sloppy. The comments were personal attacks on you.
But people who don't even know me.
Oh, people, right. Because I seen some people comment, they were way in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because I'm the girl who...
There were people commenting from Ohio.
Ooh.
Who were making reports. My business went from a 5-star to 2 stars in 24 hours. People from Ohio putting reviews on my business.
Who's never even stepped foot?
Probably never stepped out of the fucking city. Putting comments on my business.
Oh.
And I was like, you can't make this fucking shit up. Half you need to get a fucking passport.
And the other half you get alive, because I have other things.
or get off the meds. Half of them's in their fucking mother's basement.
Oh my God, Jesus.
On their...
I love it.
Oh, and she's from London?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How did you get here?
Right.
Because, you know, I'm not one to gossip. I don't believe in gossip, girl. Put me in another glass.
Well, what's the word on the street?
Well, the word on the street is you're from Hammond and you went to London for just a few moments and you picked up this accent while you was down there. Now, I ain't want to
Are you
gossip.
dead ass serious?
Girl, that's what they say.
If I'm from Hammond,
I'm making such a mess on your floor, girl.
I'm not even on that right now. I'm on this question. Are you dead ass?
Uh-huh, as dead.
That's
They
what
said you visit London and you stayed a while, but you came back with this accent.
So who's my king?
Girl, I don't know. Can you pass the fruit? That's what they saying. I ain't want to gossip.
And this is why I don't give a fuck about Norman here, because they're all fucking... They need to be certified. I was actually born in Baton Rouge.
Okay, BR.
In 1971. My father, he was in the Marines. He's from Baton Rouge. He was in the Marines, and he actually got 4 Purple Hearts in Vietnam.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. While he was stationed in London in the 60s, where, you know, we still had some je ne sais quoi about us, when a female went on a date, they had to have a chaperone.
Okay.
So my mum's best friend had a blind date with my dad, and my mum was a chaperone. But when my dad put eyes on my mum, he forgot about the blind date that was arranged, and he fell in love with my mum. A short time later, they got married, and my mum moved to Baton Rouge, which was a very big shock to her. My mum's mixed race.
Okay.
So she came here in the Jim Crow era.
She's mixed with vanilla and chocolate? Oh.
So she came here in the Jim Crow era, which was, we're not all from slavery. I'm going to hit on that too.
Please do.
And obviously my dad was in Vietnam. He was victim of Agent Orange. He went through all these different things and ended up on drugs. When I was 2, not 22, when I was 2, my mother took myself and my sister out of the situation and we went to the UK. I didn't even know I was born in America until I was 8, because you know a passport lasts for 10 years for those of you that have them. So calculations, I left at 2, and when I was 8 years later, I had to go to renew my passport because I was going on a trip to Switzerland skiing. No, I'm pissed off because that question you just told me, the rumor has it, just pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, well, girl.
And we were pulling up.
There's a lot more rumors too, so calm down.
I want to hear them all.
It's a lot more.
We were pulling up to the American Embassy, so I said to my mum, I said, Mum, why are we at the American Embassy to get my passport? And my mum, just being one of those old school mums, oh, because you're American. So I had the whole day to be like, I'm American. Because at the time, every child wanted to be in America.
Right.
I couldn't fucking wait to go to school the next day. I went to school the next day, I said, I'm American. And my name is T-A-M-M-I-E, not T-A-M-M-Y. Because my mother's dyslexic. Even though she has businesses, she just cannot spell.
Right.
So my birth certificate is T-A-M-M-I-E, but my mother on all the school letters put T-A-M-M-Y. I couldn't wait to go to school the next day.
Right.
American, y'all.
Girl, if you only
But I'm British. So from the age of 2, I've lived in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you come back to this lovely...
Don't say come back. When did you move to America? When did you come back? I didn't come back.
When did Tammy, T-A-M-M-I-E, make her debut?
So, my son was in
America the Beautiful.
private performing arts school in London. And when he was 17, he had 1 year left. And he said to me, I want to finish school in Los Angeles. Bearing in mind, this is theatre school, not acting school. So I said to him, so why not New York, where there's more theatre, whereas Los Angeles is TV and movies and film? He said, oh, because New York is like London, so it's not going to be an adventure, which is right. Literally, London and New York are the same. Everything, infrastructure, the way of life, the lack of space, everything's the same. So it made sense to me. I said, okay. I sorted out a few things at home. I said, let's go have this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to Los Angeles. He had an apartment. Put him in the school. I got an apartment. I opened up my own lash place in Beverly Hills, darling.
Cali?
Yeah, but I just wasn't feeling it there.
Right.
I really wasn't feeling Los Angeles. As a tourist, I love it, but living there, I'm like, no, this ain't for me.
Right.
But I always said, I'm not gonna leave my son here and go home. So I said, where else am I gonna go? This is where I'm from, innit? Okay, so that's how I came to Louisiana. So I knew I wasn't gonna live in Baton Rouge, and I knew I wasn't gonna live in New Orleans. So for 3 days, I looked at this map, and not a map on the phone, it was a paper map.
Okay.
I kept looking. Where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna live? Where am I gonna live? Can't leave my son here. And then on the 3rd day, I was like, Hammond. I've never heard of it before. Never.
No,
I didn't know anywhere.
No one's heard of it.
I said Hammond. So I said, 50 miles Baton Rouge Airport, 50 miles New Orleans Airport. I'll be safe in Hammond.
Dead center.
I went on Craigslist, found a house. Weeks later, I was living here.
Hello. Home sweet home.
No, it's not. You better stop that fucking shit.
Home sweet home. Look.
It was home sweet home until I opened Let the Skin Go.
Come on, girl.
Yeah. I loved it here until that moment.
I read comments and people were saying stuff like, well, if she has such a problem with America, why don't she go back? You know, I was reading all the comments. And one thing I don't do, I don't kiss ass. I never have been in the business of kissing ass. I am in Tammy's words, a realist. I feel that people like you, and by like you, I mean who traveled, experienced the world, seen different types and walks of life. I think
I'm not just a resort
okay.
or 8 hours on a port.
Ooh, she's throwing shots at it. I feel it is important for people like you to be in these areas such as Hammond, because it not only ups the place, things like this, it opens up people's eyes, like, wow, there's so much more to life than what's trending right here down the street. And with you being such a experienced woman, and I don't mean it sexually, that's me, but being you such a experienced woman, you can teach people, hey, there's other ways to do this, or there's this and there's that. Like even your son, I never met him, but from what I'm hearing, you have such a talented son too. He doesn't seem like this, you know.
It's so funny you should say that. I had a mini breakdown last week. And I only contacted one person about it. And because she's heavily into the church. And I'm not religious. I believe in God.
That's right.
And I can't believe you just said that. She said to me, is your work here done, Tammy? I can't believe I'm gonna cry.
Well, do we have tissue?
She said to me, is your work here done, Tammy? Because sometimes prophets only leave when the work that they need to do has been done. And a few years ago, I contacted another person out of state saying, I can't take it here no more, And he said to me, don't leave, Tammy, they need you. So I can't believe he said that.
I said, and look, like I said, I'm not saying it to make you.
But I'm leaving.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am. Because it's all been at my expense and my mental expense. And I can't do it anymore down here. I gotta get a softer tissue because it's too rough for my beautiful skin.
Yeah. Well,
that was a very good question, and I have to now rethink what I'm gonna do.
You need to, Tammy, because I say it because I mean it. While she's getting tissue, y'all be sure to like my channel, first of all. Subscribe, comment. The interview's just getting started. So this is, you know, I guess I was in the drunk.
I'm in that whole box. I think they made me cry again.
You know, I like a little liquor Tammy. She wanted to be classy. She could just want to look.
I can't believe you actually asked that question, and because it was just the other day when I had this conversation.
Well, Tammy, before the interview, I told you I wanted to be as real as possible with you.
I can't be any other way.
Right, and as I stated, I don't kiss ass. So I'm not saying anything to boost you up, to make you feel better. I'm saying how I feel, because I personally feel everything leads to something. And by you traveling at such a young age, you have been experienced with multiple types of people. You're not, yeah, you live in him, but you're not him in mindset, which is a terrible mindset to have. Because, and it's not me trying to be shady, not trying to be funny and all that kind of stuff, but when you are constantly used to seeing the same old thing, you tend to think the same old way, but you have been here, been there, so you have a little bit more, better outlook on life. And I feel that your presence is very needed, and not only needed, but important.
Yeah, but
For
at whose
queens
expense?
like me, of course.
But at whose expense? Because the only person suffering, because I'm giving so much of myself, especially spiritually, is draining me down. I haven't really genuinely smiled for months.
Well, first and foremost, please take care of yourself at all times. Do what's best for Tammy. But I feel the toughest battles are always given to the strongest soldiers. So you just keep being Tammy, girl. Cuss them out, hell.
You know I do.
Cuss them out, please.
You know I do. You know I
Don't
do.
stop. Like I said, from the outside looking in and going off what people are saying, you seem like such a heartless whore. And I say whore. But just to have one conversation with you and to see you're just Tammy. And that's not belittling you, that's just saying you're no different than everyone else. You just see life for what it is. And just because because we don't agree on everything, just because someone doesn't agree with what you're saying, it doesn't automatically make them a bad person. Just, hey, they feel this way, that's okay. Let's pour another glass. That's all it is. Not telling you that.
That's the thing I feel. I just feel like people, let me give you an example then. Because I'm always giving people in my booth advice, pointing them in the right direction, so forth. And I had this one lady, I could see she was so down. She was so down. And I went in the room, I said, what's going on with you? I said, because this energy ain't doing me no good in here. You need to talk to me, what's going on? And she told me all her issues, and there were a lot of problems, but they're the same problems every fucker has here. Same problems. So it's like, okay, here we go. So she's trying to bring out this product, and I'm giving her all the help and advice and everything else. I said, just call me if you need any help, and blah blah, which she did. I said, okay, I'm in the shop tomorrow, come and see me. Took her into my office, and she literally gave me her laptop and sat back. So I said, I'll show you what to do, but I ain't doing it. I said, number one, you can't afford my time.
Money.
That's what I mean. People have to be led all the time. Do you know what I mean? People just want to take. Now, if I was in her situation, I would have just said to her, can I follow you around for the day just so I can get to know how you think, what you do? Not, can you do this for me? Fill out the form, but
for some reason, people think that Tammy, you got all this just from a snap of a finger, not realizing you put in work like everyone else. The only difference is you didn't give up.
I've been to prison 4 times.
No, I didn't know that.
And I'm not talking jail, I mean prison.
Oh.
And I'm not saying go to prison, but it's the best university you can ever go to.
Okay. How about a women's prison? I would want to go to a men's if I was to go. I wouldn't do no good in a women's prison.
Shut the fuck up.
That's only if
I'm only saying that to say that people from this small town.
In all small towns.
I'm talking about this small town.
Okay.
People from small towns.
Girls with the cheese.
They might be somebody in this small town. So, what's that word I'm looking for? Okay, that vision they have of themselves is too bloated because they need to shrink that balloon a bit because they'll meet me for the first time without talking and they'll think, we've got a live one. What can I get out of her? What can she do for me? But they're not even realising, I'm looking at them thinking, this poor baby ain't left a fucking porch.
Ooh.
Do you see what I mean?
I do.
And then when I have to really show them who I am, it's not because of me coming out the gate being mean. It's like, you've taken the fucking piss now, and I really got to bring you back down to fucking earth, bitch, because
reality.
I ain't the one. But this is usually after I've loaned them money, paid their rent, helped them with this, helped them with that, helped them. Because one thing I don't do, except for Miss DB, because I'll expose everything about her, because she's the only one who hurt me.
Oh Lord.
People just expect you to.
We're gonna need some tequila.
I was gonna get some shots.
I don't know why he got this girl. We need something gonna get it right because she's talking.
Cause I gotta drive home.
I'm
telling my puppy. I got people coming at 6 o'clock to pick their puppies. You know, my baby had 10 puppies Christmas night.
Yes, I know.
I breed Rottweilers and they're stunning. But see, I lost my train of thought now. What was I saying?
How beautiful I was.
I wasn't saying that. I'll say that without prompting.
You were saying something, girl. I don't even know. You were saying, I know you were talking about give. Come on.
You know, I actually had one person on when all that thing came out, because it went viral. It was like 2.8 million.
The bonnet, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What shocks me, I'm not trying to cut you off, so please forgive me. What shocks me though is, because this is news to me, that's been up, but it just blew
Since
up.
2019.
Yeah. So like, okay, well, y'all
I'm
into
not-
roll.
Nothing against your lifestyle, but it was a bored little faggot boy.
Oh my God, don't say that word.
Why?
That's a horrible word, Tim.
Why is it a horrible word? It's a word that we've used for decades, and now all of a sudden we can't use it.
That's a horrible word. Let me tell you why, because that word, it's...
Because I want to disrespect him, because he started it all.
Don't do that though. Okay, just say gay or something, because I feel... And
Are we even allowed to say gay?
Yeah, we're allowed to say gay. But that word in particular, it's the reason I say don't use it, because it's that stems from such a hateful place. And I know you said...
So is nigger.
No, nigger.
Nigger.
That's the one. So, and we can't really say, we can't compare the nigga to the F word, because let's be honest, so many black people use it among each other. Gays don't use that word among each other because it's a hateful word.
In the UK we do.
Oh girl, we're not in the UK, we in Hammond. We just talked about we on board.
You might be on the board. I'm international.
But look, yes, you are Candy Worldwide. But look,
She's one of my mentors too.
so about the gay boy. Now what happened?
He was the one. He must have been at home, probably with a tag on his ankle, so he can't leave the house. And he posted it, and then some other bitch from Hammond was the one who shared it. But when it blew up, somebody screenshot the little boy posts, and he actually said, well, I didn't expect it to go that far. That's why people must stay in their fucking lane. Now imagine if I was a weak bitch.
It would have crushed
I'm
you.
gonna hung myself.
It would have crushed you. No one took in consideration how...
No one did.
Yeah.
No one ever asked me. Do you know how many people I dropped from that? There's one girl, I was breaking her off with hair, wigs. She didn't not one time do what was asked of her. Hold on, do what was asked of her in order to get all the wigs and hair.
Yeah.
She didn't fucking one time call me. I mean, we have conversations outside of everything else and talk, and she called me at 10 o'clock at night, oh, my son was asking about you and blah, 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 blah. That bitch didn't even call me one time and say, Tammy, how are you? Anything I can do? But she's steady liking all my fucking man shit on Facebook.
Yeah, oh, your husband?
Yes, my husband.
Ooh, because if you like it, you should have put a ring on.
So just get to know that if Tammy's ranting and raving or doing a live, it's not spur of the moment, it's led to that point.
Did you or did you not? Did you see some people taking up for you though?
Of course I did.
Okay, good.
Of
I was
course
one of those people.
But I didn't know you then.
You didn't, but I'm still taking up for you.
Of course I did. And that's why I cut a lot of people off
Just pineapple stuff.
who were in my life and benefiting from being in my life,
Ooh.
and took a step back and had to reassess everything. And my reassessment was, fuck all these fucking bitches. Because I mean, as much as I appreciate people inboxing me, hey, are you okay? Ask me in public.
Don't do it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Ask me in public. Come on my wall and say, hey T, I see what's going on, are you okay? Because if you don't, and I know me and you fuck with each other, that means you're fucking with people who don't fuck with me and talking
And you don't
about
want
me.
them to know that I'm checking on your
Oh.
well-being. Come on, somebody. I told you I grew up on the porch, but I did jump off of it. Analogy to what you were speaking about earlier.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel the whole bonnet topic was because you're going for a more upscale type of spa, right? Or
That was never even in my intentions. My intentions with the no bonnet was nothing like, well, I want my spa to be like this, or it's going to be high class. Because I'm a high class person, so whatever I am, my business is going to be. It was a fact that I do not like ratchetness. And to me, it's not like you're coming to get your nails done. The nail people can have who they want in their shops. The hair salons can have who they want in their shop. This is my fucking shop. It's my fucking rules. And if you're coming out of your shop with your fucking slides, with your heel hanging off the back of them, dirty fucking pajama bottoms and a bonnet on,
Oh.
what makes you think I wanted to open your legs on my bed?
Oh.
If you can't be bothered with the outer appearance, what makes me think that you can be bothered with your cleanliness down there? It's ratchet.
You got a point, girl.
And at the end of the day, I said this the other day to somebody else. You remember back in the day, whether you were white or black, you walked down the street and you saw a group of black boys in a huddle together. You would cross the road.
I still do that.
Thank you, but now how times have changed. You don't want to see a group of fucking bitches in hair bonnets with their rah, 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 rah. You don't cross the fucking road. So why the fuck would I want that in my reception area?
Ooh, Lord.
Why would I want that in my reception area?
Girl.
Okay, next question. I'm over the bonnet thing. I'm over it. If you want to wear bonnets, but not in my establishment. Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. Every bit of it. If someone is trying to reach out to Miss Tammy and Skin Girl and book an appointment, what is the best way to reach out to you?
Skingirlwax.com. Nice and easy.
Simple.
Skingirlwax.com.
And they can book it not only in Hammond but also in
In
Macomb.
Macomb.
Okay.
And in a couple of months also in Houston. Whether I keep with my plan or not, Houston is opening.
Good. Well, hopefully that plan is being canceled.
I'm looking at houses to buy right now.
We'll just look and make sure they're local. I do want to say this. Let me ask you this. I wasn't going to ask you this, but I do want to ask you this. How are you? Are you okay? Because I think you need. This is a genuine. Are you feeling good? Because at the end of the day, it's okay to battle. But you're a person, and I want to tell you this. I just want to make sure you know. Are you okay? Because it's never okay for anybody, whether you agree with them or not. I would never stand by someone. Like I stated, it wasn't attacks on the bonnet or the policy. They were doing personal attacks.
Yeah.
That's what made it change. Because it's not like, oh, I don't agree with this, don't go. I would have been okay with them saying, I don't agree with this, so don't go with her. That's okay. But when you start doing personal attacks, okay, now you're showing your true colors. You have personal issues. I thought when someone has to go out their way to bring someone else
Let me
down,
tell you something.
they have issues with
Let me tell you what they have an issue with. Because they have no experience of how black people live overseas. That's the number one thing. Because they don't have any experience. I don't care if you go to fucking Cancun or Jamaica for 8 hours, you had no experience with black people overseas. So this black woman from overseas comes to the small village called Hammond, and I've shown everybody up.
How are black people overseas?
Like me.
Ooh, touche, girl.
They're like me. I told you I had to go all the way to Jamaica to go and speak to people who I know I could have a decent conversation with.
Right. Okay.
It's hard here for me. It's very lonely here for me. It's very lonely here
Okay,
for
but
me.
look. I always tell myself it's lonely at the top, girl. You gotta get used to it.
No, it's not lonely at the top because there's a lot of people at the top.
Not here. Oh, that was
I
so
know.
Mean. That was so mean, God.
No, it's true. Okay, look, another example of mindset. Because everything we're talking about is really about mindset. Yeah. There's a woman in Hammond right now
Okay.
who does the most perfect treats.
What you mean?
Sweet treats. You know,
Okay,
like apples
candy.
and treats. I mean, worthy to be on TV commercial. I mean, stunning end products. Very bad attitude when it comes to customer service. But that's
it's a
something.
lot of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. But yeah,
But-
they're popular.
But my point is, yeah, anything with sugar is popular here. But my point is this. One day she put up a post and she was celebrating, it might have been 13 or 18. I think it was 18. Celebrating 18 years working for a fucking company. 18, see how my fucking lip went up then with the disgust? 18 years with a company. But you have your whole fucking company that you do part-time. It's sickened to me. How the fuck you celebrating making someone else rich? And you have your own little thing there that can make you a fucking millionaire. That's the mindset. And I said something, I said, wow, you're celebrating 18 years with that company and you should have,
You commented that? Well, I'm not surprised.
You both ways. You said I need to be here to teach people and to show people.
Yeah.
So if I don't comment, she's not gonna know.
That's right.
Because whether she likes me or not, my words are gonna stay here, and she's gonna be second guessing herself from now on. When people come to work for me, I say to them, I don't want you to work for me for no more than 2 years. When 2 years come, I'm gonna help you do your own thing.
Okay.
They don't tell you all that.
Mm-hmm.
People who are fired or walked out, they don't tell you that part of time, do they?
No, they're not going to speak
No.
on that. They're not going to speak on that.
No.
Of course they're not.
No.
Because then it's going to leave them with a question like, wow, what have I done in 2 years?
Somebody said to me the other day, it was actually Crystal, something. And I said, I've had 3 jobs. How long have I been an entrepreneur? I said, I've had 3 jobs in my entire life. And 2 of them were here. And I'm almost 52. I can't imagine working for someone.
Ooh, I got to go to work tomorrow.
Being told when to, how to. Unless it's a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did. When I came here, I did 2 jobs. It was a stepping stone. I can't imagine me ever celebrating, I've been here 5 years, let alone fucking 18.
Ooh.
That means you're a slave. You're a slave to your W-2. You're a slave to your car note. You're a slave to your mortgage payments. Which means you're afraid to branch out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no time to be hanging around people who's afraid.
But look, everybody can't be a leader. I feel.
But she has the skills. No, but her skills are there.
Maybe she
Her
does.
end product is there. It's not like, I'm thinking about being.
No
It's
matter,
mindset.
that's what I'm saying. Everyone can't be a leader.
No.
No matter how talented a person is, either you got it or you don't. Obviously, you have it.
If
So-
you don't have it, you find the people to make your business become.
They don't have, tell me what they lack is the drive. If you can have the prettiest car in the world, if you ain't got no gas in it, you can't go to the store. It's just a pretty car.
The same drive they use to go cheat on their husbands and wives. Use that drive to get some money in your bank.
Oh my God, cheating on husbands.
Am I lying?
Ah!
Am I lying?
No, not yet. Mm-mm.
You will never catch me in a lie, because I ain't afraid of nobody.
Ever. Oh my goodness, Tammy. Okay, so look, that was the Skin Girl. What else do you have going on with Tammy? Such a powerful name.
Can't tell everything because we're in the region where they do voodoo.
Ooh, they do that out here too?
Out here. It's Louisiana, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have to leave my brush anywhere.
You better not. Unless you have your magic hair in there. They can do that.
No, I don't. It's not like I don't believe in it. My grandfather, who was born in Africa, always said, those things can only work on you if you allow them to work on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why none of your spells have worked on me, bitches.
Oh,
And I know what I'm saying,
right.
but they've tried.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the mirror up and shot that straight back at them.
You're very opinionated, right?
We're supposed to be as human beings.
Absolutely. You're very opinionated, and everyone can't take your opinion,
And
right?
don't ask. No, dead ass. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask me.
Everyone can't take your opinion. Now, I want you to take a sip of that, please, because we're
Oh,
going.
I need to refill them.
Yeah, refill
I'm
that.
scared now.
Don't be.
As they say, I'm scared.
You're very,
Scared now.
you're very opinionated, and I told you there's always rumors about everybody. Everybody walking got rumors.
Give me all these rumors.
Ooh, because I got them. So, with you being opinionated, there was, and correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory may not be the best, and there was.
You're lying. Your memory is the best.
Listen, and there was this little Nas X situation, right? On Facebook. You know, we love social media. And a little birdie, well, before the little birdie told me anything.
Who, Dominic Brooks?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. Oh, I remember this. But we were on Facebook and we had a disagreement, you and I, about Little Nas X. And the little birdie told me that it was very ironic for you to have any kind of issue with the LGBTQ community because your son is a part of the community.
No, he's not. My son is gay.
Okay.
Because my son is gay, doesn't make him part of any community, and that was my whole point in saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, my son is a grown-ass man. My son is about to be 27.
Right.
So, because my son is gay, am I not allowed to have my own fucking opinions?
Of course you can. Everyone has a
That's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So, yes, my son is gay.
It does not mean I don't love him. It does not mean I don't want the best for him. And it does not mean I must give up on my thoughts because my son is gay.
Correct.
So for Dominique Brooks to do that cheap shot and give you this info and then for me to be called homophobic was fucking stupid. Because I have arguments with my son over the same things. You gotta be politically correct. No, the fuck I don't. You shouldn't say this, mum. Why the fuck shouldn't I? So what I'm trying to say is, for her to even bring that out, I have the same conversations with my child, and I say to my child, just be gay. You don't have to be under a fucking umbrella to say who you are, because that umbrella is about to get burnt up. And I know what I'm saying, because you also know I'm under the conspiracy theorist community as well.
Yeah, you are.
But she thought
My God.
it was gonna make me buckle or whatever. She must have thought my son's life was a secret. And my son's life has never been a secret. My brother is gay too.
Okay.
Yes.
Is he in the UK?
He's in Japan at the moment. He's a private chef.
Ooh, I love a good chef.
And gay, homosexual, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has never bothered me. It's how people treat me that bothers me. But when we first moved here, I said to my son, just before we moved, I said, now, when we move to America, Shaquan, don't turn into a fucking Disney child. And I know what the fuck I was talking about. I said, you're not going to start talking to me with no disrespect, like those American children talk to their parents with disrespect. And you're going to keep your manners, and you're going to stay a gentleman. Which he did. But then, fast forward to fucking COVID, and remember he's in Los Angeles,
Yes, he is.
and we were not locked down. I don't care what no one says, we were not locked down. Because I was still driving around, doing my drive and everything every day like it was normal. It was not, we were still free here during lockdown. California and New York, they weren't.
So during COVID, you were in California?
I was here. I'm talking about my son being in California.
Okay.
So obviously, with them being totally locked down, then he started going into the depression because my son doesn't watch TV. He reads books and he hikes and he does things of interest. He's not. I just want to play on PlayStation. I want to play some NBA Youngboy. My son has culture about him. And that's the reason why I went so hard at you on that post, because at the end of the day, my son has nothing to do with my opinions on life.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all. And I wasn't about to be like, no, my son's not gay, my son is gay. It's not a fucking problem. I have a problem with forcing issues on people, with forcing new narratives on people, but not accepting other people's narratives and issues.
Right.
And that was my whole thing. And then it went deeper. I was like, what the I don't even know this fucker. So how the fuck this fucker's got my fucking pictures? How this fucker got my business? And that's how everything started to get sticky. No, it only unraveled a few months ago. Let's keep it real.
Well, the beginning was right then. The ending was a few months ago.
Yeah, so sometimes when people are portraying to you that their life is wonderful and perfect and happy, watch out for them ones. Dominique Brooks.
What? Oh, it's a beautiful flower.
Lilies are my favorite.
Callallies are my favorite as well. Callallies and tulips are my personal favorite.
Let's get back to this because I'm enjoying this.
Ooh, girl, Jesus.
No, I'm dead ass. It hurt my feelings that these people who never left their fucking porch thought they could use my son
As some type of leverage.
to acquiesce me, to make me be quiet. Sometimes me and my son don't speak for 3 months because he doesn't like what I've said.
But you're being Tammy.
No matter what, he's gonna be my son. He's always gonna be my child. I'm always gonna be his mum. Do you always get on with your parents?
Girl.
Thank you. But because it's Tammy, everything's blown out of proportion and she's homophobic, she don't like gays.
That was the narrative.
She's fake. Look at her. She got a body like a boy. I'm sorry if my belly ain't down here, and my tits ain't down here, and I can't.
Oh. Girl.
That's how these fuckers get me. Pissed off.
I'm so crazy.
Ever talk against my son? Ever talk negative against my son? Ever? Because I would kill for my son, as it should be. Because it was no secret.
Well, the way, I don't know who told me, I forgot.
Dominique Brooks told you.
I don't know who told me. But the way that it was.
Don't edit that out.
I'm not, trust me. But it was alluded to me that they were so shocked that you would even have any type of different beliefs because it was like this big old situation like, well, her son is this and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I was.
I've never even spoken. Let me just stop you.
Go on.
My son is a grown man.
Right.
My son is not 4, 5, and 6 that I keep posting photographs of him all day long. Oh, he just lost his tooth, y'all. I've already been through that stage with him in the UK. My son is a grown fucking man. What I look like talking about my grown ass son on Facebook every fucking day? Then you call me fucking pervert or she wants to fuck her son because I know how all your minds think. My son lives his own life.
Right.
His own life.
I feel.
Give me the rumors.
Girl, that was the rumor. That was the rumor. I just feel I'm so appreciative that we even had sat down that day at Mariners. That video's on my YouTube. I'm gonna put the link in the comment.
I had the best time.
I'm gonna put the link in the description box. And the best way to destroy everything is to get all parties involved. We didn't have all parties involved, but we had the main two topics.
Who you mean, Dominique Brooks?
I don't know, but we had the main.
I have nothing to say to her.
Great for her, but I don't know her. I'm talking about me and you.
This will be to the talking. That's all I got to say on that. I'm dead fucking ass.
Good for her. But I'm talking about you and I. When you and I sat down at the table, you can't lie. When you disclose all the information you got, they disclose all the information they have. Get it together. Let's weave out the lies and just talk about the truth. So therefore, and then from that, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like a beautiful relationship has started to blossom.
Yes.
It has been wonderful.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I first met you, I already knew that, wow, she is that, you're gold. I know some people have so much pride that they're ashamed to say, it's almost like you look down if you say, I admire a person, but you are one of the people that I can admire. That's why of course I would survive if you choose to leave, but I'll be devastated because we need you, honey. And if no one ever told you, honey, I'm not ashamed to say that in front of the camera. We need people like you, Tammy, because
well, if people started showing more appreciation for me being here, then it's a different matter, but they're not.
Well, don't hold your breath on that, please.
I would never.
But I will say this. I've never been ashamed to give people their flowers. You are definitely a boss. You are a queen.
Thank you.
Yes, and we don't agree on everything, and that's okay. That's what people fail to realize. It's okay. We don't have to agree.
I would hate to have a friend
who's a yes man
agreed on everything
Who
because
wants
you
a yes
can't
man?
learn from each other and you cannot grow.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like I've got to give my man a mention. Busy the Beast. My man.
What's your genre?
That's his music name. Busy the Beast.
Ooh, the beast.
Mind that. Ooh. We've had way different upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Way different.
I'm sure.
And every day he exasperates me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to ask myself, you probably exasperate him too, Tammy. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
With the smallest things,
Mhm.
the smallest things. And when I had my little mini breakdown the other day, I said to Jesus, take away the spirit of dislike
Mm-hmm.
and bring me back the spirit of appreciation. You have to appreciate the good that people bring into your life and not focus on the things that make
Absolutely.
them piss you off, because the things that people piss you off with is really a reflection of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love my man. I can't stand him sometimes.
I know that's right, Miss Girl.
I do.
I definitely feel, number one, I'm so happy to have you.
Why did you make me jump then?
Girl, I'm so happy to have you on my platform because I can say forever, until hopefully they never see my YouTube page now, I can say, to me that's a bragging right to say that I had Tammy on my show. So that is, number one, amazing. So I am so appreciative of
So
that.
all my questions done.
You want some more? What else?
Yes.
Well, Tam, we might do an after show for more questions.
I have to do a part 2.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 because I know you have a lot more to share.
Yeah, I've got lots to talk about. My life does not revolve around Hammond.
Well,
There are many facets to me.
Well, the thing is, I don't want you to shame me, girl. The thing is, I wanted to give people a piece of Tammy. We can't give them every goddamn thing. Shit, this is a free subscription.
Yes,
I love you, Tammy. It's so crazy.
I love you too.
It's so
I
crazy.
truly do.
It's so crazy how this started and how it's going. But you know what? Don't question anything. That's not
I
what-
never do.
That's how it's supposed to be.
The only thing I question is my bank balance.
Ooh, girl. Listen, I truly adore you. You are amazing. I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but what people need to understand is there's so much more to life than doing what's popular. Because I can guarantee you this, what's popular in Hammond is only popular in Hammond. You gotta think, when you think bigger, you do bigger. You go better places and stuff. And I, for one, plan on being all over, you know, so I can say that, you know, been to different places.
So that's why I have to, because this is a rumor that I heard, so now I can.
About me?
So that's why
What?
when I move to Texas and I invite you, I'm not going to desert you because that's the rumor. The rumor is that you got deserted in
Oh,
Texas.
girl. Thank you for tuning in. Boom, bitch, we got action. So get more of Tammy.
That's from Dominique Brooks as well.
What's your favorite social media site that people can find
Oh.
on social media?
Oh, I didn't talk about my new business. I have a gift for you.
I asked you that.
I have a gift.
Oh my goodness. Ready to get them clean, them heels clacking. Oh my goodness. So if you haven't already, ooh, catch me in that. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel you're watching right now. My Ray's YouTube channel. You can find me on any social media, MYARAY, and we're back with Miss Tammy.
So,
Okay?
I'm all about multiple streams of income. I'm not just about talking about it and putting up the means.
Ooh.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
my latest endeavor is the hippie in high heels. Those that really do know me, not the ones who've heard about me, I love high heels, but I'm also very earthbound. I love to garden, grow my own fruits and vegetables. I'm very into health and wellness, yoga, meditation. So this is my new multiple stream of income,
Yeah.
the hippie in high heels. You can go on my shop, hippieInHighHeels.sd.com. This is my Instagram, hippie_in_high_heels. And if you want to get the juice from me, about me, I am Tammy Fontaine
Oh.
on Instagram. And this is for you. I actually brought these peppers back from Jamaica to make this hot
Ooh,
sauce.
girl, let me in.
So this is my hot sauce for you.
Okay, hot sauce.
And please don't do a Drake and put it in the condom.
Ooh, girl, I was gonna do it tonight.
And this is some sea moss for you, which actually comes from my people in St. Lucia. This
Oh.
is not, I ordered my sea moss
St. Lucia,
online.
not St. Louis.
It's St. Lucia
Yeah.
in the Caribbean.
Oh.
So the sea moss comes from my own people from St. Lucia, so you know you're getting the real deal. You're not getting some pieces of plastic from China.
Oh, girl.
So yeah, you can go and get this on Hippie in High Heels.
So they can purchase these items.
Yeah,
on-
and more. All my seasonings, but I haven't got any seasonings to give you because I know you don't cook.
I love to cook, Tammy.
I didn't know that.
That's that drink talking. I told
you
you I
cook
love
for
to.
real?
I told you I love to cook.
What's
Yes.
your speciality?
Pasta, cause it's my favorite thing to eat.
It's the easiest thing to cook.
No, it's not. But anyway, girl, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with the world?
Thank you for giving me your time.
No, thank you for giving me your time because there's so much one can learn from you. Like I said, you are a walking billboard, Tammy, girl.
I felt like that at one point, but now I've just been like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here.
Oh, girl, please.
Ask Crystal how many times I call her. I can't stand it here.
It's okay.
I hate it here.
Listen,
And she'll say, I know.
it's not going to be easy for Hill. It's a tough road, I'm sure. We have different battles, but the results will always be the same. We question things, but guess what? Everything's going to turn out the way it needs to turn out, Tammy. You and your red hair. Looking spicy.
I was actually hoping I could have a new hairstyle for this interview, but I've been so busy.
Well, you're Tammy. I know you've been busy. You making seasonings in Jamaica and shit. I know you're busy. I want to thank you for getting me drunk. I mean,
I wish I was getting you drunk.
well, it's doing something. I don't know what about.
Is your in funny? Japanese culture is.
Oh, girl, I am not Japanese.
A tiny bit.
Listen.
That's the problem.
Oh,
That is the problem.
What's the problem? Tell me.
First you said, well, I'm not Japanese. Well, wouldn't you like to learn about another culture?
I want to learn from a Japanese person then. Are you telling me Japanese? Is that what you're telling me? You have yet to tell me what is your most common social media site. So, if somebody wants to reach out to you, say if someone's watching and say, hey, I want to follow this crazy lady.
I am Tammy Fontaine.
Oh,
now here's the
so
catch.
it's not just a hashtag. They can find you under
That's
that.
that's my Instagram.
Okay.
But notice Tammy with an IE and Fontaine with a Y, not an I.
Okay.
Special.
Yes, ma'am. And again, you already told us, but let's just remind the people. So book you.
My new business is Hippie in High Heels. And you can go on my shop, hippieinhighheels.etsy.com. And to book me, simple, skingirlwax.com.
That's it. Macomb or Hammond. And soon, Houston.
Well, I was going to drop something on you earlier on, but I said I wasn't, but I will. And then soon in Jamaica.
Okay, so the girls who are international can go to Jamaica. I seen Skin Girl in Jamaica. Is that you?
But thanks for having me. I have enough hate already.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I love it. Thank you for coming.
I told you I was rich.
Yeah. I need a hug, Tim. This has been fabulous. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. You did amazing. You are a star, Miss Girl.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I told you the bitch was trying to get me from the jump.
Never.
Now, would you do me a favor? Can you walk over there and hit that end button on my phone? Because if I walk over there, my leg hurt. And you gonna handle it. Yeah, handle it for me, baby.
Tiger Bay to the world.
Be sure to subscribe and share.
Oh, I've got to tell you, for my main opinions, go onto my YouTube channel. We forgot about my YouTube channel.
Well, we right here, tell them.
Black British in Black America.
Oh.
That's where you get all my opinions on the different things concerning black people outside of the US and in the US. Some of you might be offended, but I just talk the truth because I'm not scared of none of y'all.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Please subscribe to Tammy's YouTube page. She's crazy. This is her all the time. Okay? Did you hit the button, Tammy? Did you hit the button?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
The
It says
flash,
000.
the flash still on.
Oh, on mine.
Yes. Oh, girl, you crazy.
It won't let me stop. It won't let me stop because it said what do you call it?
I don't know, Tammy.
Low battery. So it probably didn't even record.
Yeah, I bet it did record.
It probably recorded some.